so nice of him to make all this. It is 8:52.
Mommy?
Daddy, are we gonna make it to 12?
I don't know.
I don't think so. But anyway, we're watching this right now. Hi. So, I mean, we kind of made it till midnight because he woke up, which is not unusual. He typically wakes up around 12, 1 o'clock. And so we did see the new year come in. We had a kiss. We went back to bed. If we could. I don't think we did. I didn't. Because of him. It's a baby thing. Like, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that he was going to be like that. I expect this. You're my third one, so I expect this. So now we're in 2026. And I've had some time to think about the new year because on one hand, I don't care. Like, I'm filming this on January 4th. And, you know, it is what it is with the world right now. Plus, at my job, we go by the fiscal year. And June is a lot more like, gotta plan for the next fiscal year, gotta get my budget in, gotta get everything planned out. Will I even have any of that this year? Who knows? I think they have said that it's not something that's happening the coming fiscal year.
But maybe the following fiscal year?
Maybe. I have no idea. Because right now this fiscal year is kind of crazy.
See.
Like, as of my last day of work, I had to go and tell everyone, okay, we're still on a no spend because the county that handles the money hasn't gotten the money, and they don't want to spend anything if they haven't gotten the money. Everything's open up, so they're like, why haven't we gotten our money? So right now we are still at a no spend. So there's that. So took a couple of days and figured, like, what would my New Year's resolutions be? I know what I want to leave behind. I want to leave behind fear. Work-related fear, relationship-related fear, I guess general life fear. Like, I'm neurodivergent. I don't think I was ever taught to mask, but I know I do it. We did not teach Genevieve to mask, but I know she does it, and I know a lot of those influences probably come from her peers. Like, she's told me, they tell her, like, stop fidgeting, stop talking. So, she's learning to conform herself to what society's standards are. And I'm kind of tired of it, to be honest, because, like, recently on Reddit, I had posted something about a reply to somebody posting that they made their little cousin food, and they added to the food what they thought would be tasty to the food, and the child rejected it, and then his, I forget if it was an aunt or his sister or something, said, like, he was complaining that she went off on him because he didn't make it the way that she said he should make it. That he was saying, I made it better, I made it tasty, you know, it's not my problem, this kid can't eat it. And I had posted something about how, like, I would never do that. Especially if I'm making food for somebody else, I want to know how they want it. Like, if I make mac and cheese, I know that at least 2 people in the house don't want me to edit it, don't want me to add stuff to it. Everybody else is fine with that. So usually I will make it to box standard, put aside some, and then add what I want to the rest of it. So that way everybody gets what they want. Because if it's a safe food, why shouldn't everybody get what they want? And I basically wrote that, and somebody was like, wow, you care too much. And I'm like, and that's bad? What? I rather care too much. And somebody did reply underneath that person saying, as a kid who had food issues, thank you. So at least I know as somebody, there are people out there that appreciate it, that my children appreciate it, Amy appreciates it. You know, taking into mind what other people's consideration is important too. So I want to do that more. I want to express it more. Tired of holding back from society because, oh, you care too much, or oh, you're being melodramatic, or oh, it's not that big a deal. To somebody it is. So hopefully get away from fear. Then, as far as like the actual like resolutions, I'm aiming for more like silly personal things because, like I said, June is more of the work-related stuff. Some of these I've stolen from other people's lists. Like there was one that said like, you know, fuck harder, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. Only with him. I would add love more tenderly. Again, only with him. Like I love my children tenderly. That's, you know, the motherly tender love. That's by default, right? But I think sometimes we forget men also want some tenderness. And we're about to turn 40. And I had looked up how's libido affected after 40, and it does increase in some people, so hopefully it will for us. But I had mentioned that men over 40 tend to want a more tender love, a more emotion-centered love at that point, because they're ready to settle down. Like, they're ready to settle down. He's been ready to settle down, obviously. He's been married to me for over a decade. But there's like certain things, like I think I got him flowers for the first time a couple years ago, and he made that comment that he's never gotten flowers, and I was like, shit, I've been with you for like, I think at that point it was probably like 16 years between dating and then married, and I'm like, well, I'm a terrible person because I never thought, oh, a man could want flowers, a man deserves flowers. So I would like to do that, more tender loving for him. I want to get the first draft of this novel I'm working on done. Because it's just the first draft. Just get it out. Just like vomit out all the words. Get it on paper. Just get it done. Put it away for a couple of months. Read it with new eyes and just, you know, decide. Do the editing then, because my biggest problem is that I'm like on chapter 2 and I have reread it and gone over and erased sections to rewrite again, and that is not the time for this. I really should just write it and just get it done. I want to read at least 5 books this year. 2024 was the best reading year we've ever had. We got through all the Dungeon Crawler Carl books. Another one's coming out this year. And I'd gotten through a couple other books that year. 2025, I don't think I was reading, but I don't think I finished a book. I was reading a lot of articles. I was sometimes reading a book. And I just, it was a bad reading year last year. So this year I would like to read at least 5 books. I know one of them is going to be the Dungeon Crawler Carl book. The first one's probably going to be that Once and Future Sex book that I got from my sister and brother-in-law. You want to switch sides? So beside the reading and the writing and the loving more tenderly and the other thing, uh, I think the only other thing I really need to remember for this year is to have hope. Hope for a better future. Hope for survival. I also really want to have a drink. Like, I forget exactly when we started talking about having a baby. I think it was like January that we started talking about it, and then I posted that video like in February, I think. Um, Pretty sure I probably drank in January, but obviously with the trying to conceive, I did not have a drink then, and then being pregnant, I did not have a drink then, and now nursing him, I'm not having drinks. So at some point when this part is done, I will drink a little bit. Like, even when I say I want to have a drink, like, there'll be days I come home from work, like, I need a drink, and I just don't have it. Because that's just how it is. Like, we have liquor in the house, and I don't, like, I don't take the effort to actually drink any of it sometimes, or put together a drink, because that's what I like. I like mixed drinks. We had Hennessy in the house, like a bottle of Hennessy, for like almost 3 years, because that's how much we don't drink. We want the alcohol there for when we do want to drink, but the actual drinking is few and far between. And yeah, I know that you can like buy test strips so you can drink and then dip the test strip in your breast milk just to make sure that the alcohol content is out, but I don't want to do that. It sounds like more work than it should be, so I'm just going to wait until I'm done nursing and then have a drink. So, Happy New Year.